Okay, so greetings and welcome, Mr. President again. If I may say to your second home. Yes, how was your flight?
Very good, very good. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, I guess you're really used to it, right?
I am.
So I've actually lost an account of how many times we just interview this for the 6 months. Yes, and don't know about you, but for me it was a really pleasure and honesty interviewing you again.
Well, it's my pleasure to be interviewed.
So in this interview, we will focus more on those who are willing to apply for AUCA. And today I would like to ask questions regarding a civic engagement of our university, admission things, and uniquenesses of academic and non-academic life of students here. So basically, first question sounds like this. If you let me, I'll start quickly with this. Which are the two main factors are distinguishing students of AUCA from the students of other universities in Kyrgyzstan?
Well, I think the students who come to AUCA are interested in an environment where the teachers care about them, and they're interested in an environment where they have a vibrant life outside of the classroom with their university. So our students both like learning in the classroom, and they like engaging with other students in interesting activities outside of the classroom.
Yeah, that's true. And as you probably know, I just asked this question before, but I just really transformed it. And there's a big trend for online education, online courses, and in different kind of spheres. And there's many parents who look at this as an alternative to university. How you convince them otherwise?
Right. I think every bit of data of employment studies show that people who learn person to person learn better, first of all. Second of all, job outcomes of people at AUCA are really, really high, right? In the 90% of people getting a job in the first 3 months after they're done. So we think that you have a great opportunity of getting employment. We also think that university is a unique time, right? For people to succeed in the professional world, not just get a first job. They need to know how to communicate, they need to know how to work with others, they need to know how to engage in various ways. You cannot learn how to use a camera online. You cannot learn how to write online. You cannot work in teams effectively online. There's no doubt that the quality of education and the payback over someone's life is better in person.
Yeah, it's true that you touch some upon social life. It's really important for us.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why in Russia, for example, and here the populative "одноклассники," right? That is because
yes.
people are friends with people from university, and those networks that they build help them throughout their lives. You're not going to have the same networks online.
That's true. And for the third question, it was probably about like social activity in university. And I just wanted to know, like in my personal opinion, I guess that university develops not only academic skills, right, what you said, but the social too. And in this case, why do you think university friendship is considered considered the strongest, right?
Yeah, I think because it's such an intensive time of life when people are in university. They are growing, they're developing, they're deciding where they will go with their professional lives. They meet people who sometimes they marry or they become friends with. It is the intensity of the moment, and you're old enough to form serious bonds with people, but you're young enough so that you don't already have a family and moving on. So I think that I remain very good friends with people from university. My network is filled with friends who I knew from university, and there's no doubt that they continue to impact my lives even many years later.
That's true. So I just wanted to say hi to my girlfriend. We already met here, and now we're almost engaged. And that's true what she's saying. Yeah, it's a like huge relationship that we're making. So very soon, AUCA students will attend the initiation ceremony. For the 2 years, it went on online. And this major event has been held online. And finally, we will see it all alive. And tell us in more detail, what is the initiation ceremony?
Well, the initiation ceremony is really the matriculation of students into the university. And it's a celebration of the fact that they've entered the university. We have wonderful cultural events, students are singing, performing, but it's really, AUCA is first and foremost about its students. and the initiation ceremony totally represents that. And we're thrilled that it's in person because we know it's not the same online, just as learning isn't the same online. So just in our room below, we'll be doing that on Friday. Looking forward to it. Really, it'll be great.
And as a AUCA president, I know that you will say some speech, right?
Yes.
And we are waiting for this speech for the most.
Uh-oh, I better prepare my speech then.
Did you already prepare it?
No, not at all. I have
Not
to
at
do
all.
that. I have plenty of time though. What do you think I should say?
Greetings to AUCA, welcome to the better life. I guess so.
I'll include that in it.
Okay, thank you. Here in AUCA, we celebrate many significant holidays that you already mentioned. Name the one that conveys the spirit of AUCA the most.
I think we celebrate Diversity Week here, and that is the holiday which, AUC has students from different countries, different cultures, but we still are one AUC. We're one institution, and it is a wonderful place to learn and meet people from many, many parts of the world. It is a unique environment, and students respect each other, they learn from each other, they engage with each other. So Diversity Week is a celebration of that, which is best about AUCA, which is our own students' diversity.
What you like most, Food Fest or a gala concert?
Well, I'm looking forward to Food Fest, which we're having this Friday. It's going to be a great event. It's the first one that we're having. I think there's 11 departments competing for the best food, and that one happens to have been my idea, so I'm very excited about it.
Okay, so could you please name 3 faculties that for you would be interested if you will enroll in AUCA, like if you would have to enroll in
3
AUCA?
teachers who would...
I mean like the departments or something like
okay,
this. Yeah.
I understand the departments, right. Well, that's a really good question. I like the liberal arts and sciences department because there's so many different things one could do in the department. ICP, International and Comparative Politics, because of course that's what I teach. So I'm very interested in that. And I think deep down I would probably be interested in sociology. And I think it's under-recognized. People so often want to do things like study business, whereas issues, subjects like sociology, comparative politics, and the liberal arts actually provide people with really interesting understandings which shape their careers and their lives. And I think that I wish more people understood the opportunities that are associated with studying in a variety of areas here.
Yeah. Okay, and if we touched upon academics and non-academic stuff, I just wanted to know how does our university balance so well between curriculum and extracurricular activities?
Yeah, well, I think, it's the spirit which we've approached it. So in a liberal arts education, trying to build this institution, the idea is that students learn from curricular life, and co-curricular life. And that our life outside the classroom is as important as the life inside the classroom. The other thing is I think just our building lends itself to students engaging with each other. Here we are sitting above, together in a wonderful area where students sit all the time, right? And students downstairs in the forum, they gather together in informal spaces. This was created, a large part of the university, so students can interact with each other, and that's why the co-curricular life is so important here.
It seems like one building without any doors, it's
right.
Open, right?
That's right. Not everyone likes it all the time, but
it's
wonderful.
Open.
It is open.
Yes, and does the UC plan to open new faculties in the near future?
We're always looking at that possibility. There's some discussion of some new graduate programs, one particular in global and international studies, which we're looking at very carefully. So we'll see if that happens. And there's some other areas we're looking at, but we have a lot of great faculties or programs as they are now, so there's plenty to choose from for most students.
Mm-hmm. So before the interview, I just talked with students here, and many of them wondering, will UC open new partner universities in different countries for further exchange development?
Right. Well, AUCA is part of the Open Society University Network, and there are more than 40 institutions in that network. The Open Society University Network is opening up mobility schemes, and that will provide opportunities for AUCA to go to many different places around the world.
Mm-hmm. And as we touch this question regarding the exchange, can you briefly explain what is the exchange and name at least 3 countries where students of AUCA can go for it?
Sure. So exchanges are the fact that students from AUCA can go to a university in another country, and the university in the other country sends students here. So we've had many students participating in that at Bard in New York, Bard College Berlin. We have universities in France, universities in Norway, universities in Sweden. There are many different places where students from AUCA go, and that list is growing all the time. A huge number of our students have international experience. A lot of them either not just for university summer programs, exchange programs. They have conferences abroad. There's a real huge number of opportunities for AUCA students.
Yeah, that's so sad that when I was studying here, I didn't try even to apply for
That's too
exchange.
bad. You should have done that.
But now I'm a staff here, and maybe I'll have some.
There are some staff exchanges too.
Other exchanges too, and I'm waiting for them.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about civic engagement? What steps is AUCA taking to build a strong and resilient community?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a Center for Civic Engagement at AUCA whose purpose is to unite the different parts of the university, which demonstrate a care for the public interest, broadly speaking, and the common good. We have the Student Development Program, which is an initiative development program in which students are taking the leadership on a variety of projects. Which might range from providing education to rural girls in Kyrgyzstan, to a debate team, to Enactus, which deals with more business-like things. So we have a variety of opportunities through Civic Engagement Program. The amazing elm forest where we'll be going on Thursday to plant more trees. Yesterday was an example of what we do, though. We opened yesterday a website for the teaching of Manas, which is going to be used by teachers throughout Kyrgyzstan. So we really give care about the communities in which we're situated. We believe students should be engaged locally, regionally, and nationally, and globally. And we work to provide opportunities to make a difference in the world, and our students stand up to that opportunity.
Yeah, this excellent thing that we are making. And you know, as an alumnus of AUCA, I began to notice that AUCA always pays a huge attention to greening it, and the recycling processes and separation, trash segregation, and you know, like the bins that there's a lot of here. We have a bins,
we had
which
a big
is separated.
opening
They would support my words too. And why recycling and trash segregation is important?
Well, look, I think recycling is part of a much bigger issue, which is sustainability. The biggest challenge facing your generation of people is going to be climate change. And that is a huge issue in Kyrgyzstan. It is. I was with a UNDP earlier today, and we were having broad discussions on what is the biggest issue that people least recognize, and that is that. So this is part of a broader effort that we're involved in, which includes assessment of water, which includes looking at the impact of global warming on the glaciers outside of Kyrgyzstan and the mountains, the melting of water, and the pollution as well in Bishkek. So these are really, really important issues, and they're part of a broader thing. So it's one small piece in a much bigger issue, which our students and the entire Kyrgyz society, as well as people around the world, should care about.
Didn't know about this, really. Thank you for sharing with this. And a few weeks ago, you know, AUCA started a greening campaign too. Did you already disassemble paper waste for recycling?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. No, I did. I know. We began. I saw that there was an opening yesterday because we added hundreds of bins around the campus, and we have a new logo. So it's very good. So we've begun that already. Yeah.
Can you please share with us what activities in educational or extracurricular activities AUCA administration is planning for the next academic year?
Oh, that's really interesting. You know, I would be hard-pressed to say something new. The only thing I could say is our plan is to do things that we've been doing online in person, right? Yeah. So if it's debate or Model UN or a variety of social activities, to have the chance to have people meet in person. The other thing we're doing is we're building up, for the chance for students to gather outside, we're building up benches and other things out in the area near the front so that people can relax outside with each other and enjoy that. It will be up by the end of the year, so we're really looking forward to it.
We need these benches.
They're ordered and they're going to come up really soon. Yeah.
Yes, and at the end of our short interview, I would like to ask you the question. How would you convince graduating school students, like for this year, we're graduating right now, and their parents who doubt about entering AUCA, that they need to enroll in AUCA? how you can convince them about this.
Sure. I think what I would say to them is what I would say to my own children, because I have 2 college-age children. What is good about a place like AUCA? First and foremost, we care about our students learning, right? We are focused on our students learning, not simply on how smart our professors are, but how well our students learn. Second, we provide wonderful opportunities for life inside the classroom and outside the classroom. Third, our students study in a genuinely international environment, and that prepares them for a world in the global economy. And lastly, our students just have fun. You know, don't you want good for your children? Don't you want them to enjoy this experience of college and university? And we think that it's a wonderful opportunity, and our alumni are a testament to the success of the educational process here.
Yes. So that's probably it. Thank you for it, President. Thank you for your time. It was again pleasure. That's
pleasure
what I
as
can say.
always.
Thank you
That's
for
great.
fruitful conversation.
Okay,
Thank you so
take
much.
care.
Okay, bye guys. That's it.